Hi, welcome to another video lesson wherein it is all about the part 3 of isosceles triangles. Okay, so for our review, can you give me what are the parts of isosceles triangle? Okay, so on the next slide, I will give you the description or definition of each part, and then you are going to tell me what is that part of the isosceles triangle. Okay, so I have here, these are the congruent sides of isosceles triangle. What do you call that part of isosceles triangle? Yes, they are the legs. So we have here the legs of our isosceles triangle. Okay, next description, let us have, these are the angles opposite the legs of a isosceles triangle. What do you call those angles? Yes, they are the base angles. Okay, so we have here two base angles. Next, let us have the next description. The side included between the base angles. What do you call that? Yes, that is the base. Okay, correct. Next, let's have the angle opposite the base. What do you call that? Okay, so we have the vertex angle. So we now have the complete parts of the isosceles triangle. Okay, so let's now proceed with the theorem. So again, to recall, the isosceles triangle theorem is that if two sides of a triangle are congruent, the angles opposite them are congruent. Okay, so if we have here triangle ABC with congruent sides, so for another triangle ABC that is also isosceles, so we have here the angles opposite to the congruent sides are also congruent, and they are again called the base angles. Okay, so to recap, okay, to sum it up, we have here the legs of isosceles triangle, and let us have the property from the theorem. So we have the legs of isosceles triangle are congruent. Another property is about the base angle, wherein the base angles of isosceles triangle are congruent. Okay, so using those, okay, theorem or statement, so let's find for our x here. Okay, what is the value of our x here? Okay, so we have here x is equal to 9 is correct. Okay, for our second example, what is the value of our x here? Okay, that's correct. So since we have the given 54 degrees on our base angle, so the other base angle is also 54 degrees, then 180 minus 54 plus 54 is equal to 72. Okay, next, let's have number 3. We have here, okay, you are going to find for the value of our x. Okay, so since we have here the vertex angle is 3x, then our base angle is x. So of course, the other base angle is also x here. Okay, so you are going to find for x. Of course, you are going to have 3x plus x plus x. So you will have 5x is equal to 180, and then divide both sides by 5, so your x now is equal to 36. Okay, next, let's have the fourth one. We have here, find x. If you are given the base angle 40 degrees also, of course, but we have here to find for x, which is on the side. So we have on this side 3x minus 5, and then on the other side x plus 21. So for you to solve this, okay, so you are going to equate the two given binomials. Okay, so to show the solution, we have here 3x minus 5 equals x plus 21. So you will have here 3x minus x equals 21 plus 5. So 3x minus x is 2x equals 21 plus 5 is 26. Divide both sides by 2. So we will now obtain the value of our x, which is 13. Okay? And for the fifth example, we have here to find for the exterior angle of the isosceles triangle. So we are now given the vertex angle, which is 50. So since this is 50, so you are going to subtract this from 180. So 180 minus 50 is 130. Then you are going to divide this by 2 for our base angle. So 130 divided by 2 is equal to, correct, we have 65. Okay? So since this is 65 degrees and it forms, or they forms, rather, again, they formed a linear pair, so this should be equal to 180. So 180 minus 65 is equal to, correct, we have 115 is the value of our x here. Okay, any question? So, if you watch the video, the first two videos, part 1 and part 2, so you have already mastered about the isosceles triangles. Okay? So, again, we have your x is equal to 115. So, how much do you know? So, let us try. So, let us have this slide 1 to 5, of course. Okay? Find the value of x. So, we have here the vertex angle. And then, we are going to find for the value of this x. Okay? So, of course, for you to find for this, you are going to find first for the base angles here. So, we have here, since we have here 52, so 180 minus 52 is equal to, we have 8, 17 minus 5 is 12. So, 128, divide mo sa 2. So, you are going to have here 64 and 64. Since this is 64, so this will be equal to, correct, 116. Again, they formed linear pairs, so it should be 180. Okay? And then, since this is the vertex angle, okay, so 180 again, minus 116 is equal to 64. And then, this 64 will be divided into two base angles for our x here. So, we have here 32 degrees. Okay, so that is for number 1. Okay, next, number 2. We have, okay, so we are given here the vertex angle. Okay, so since we have the vertex angle, so you will have 180 minus 70 is equal to 110. Divide it by 2, so you will have here 55. Then, by using the concept about the vertical angles, okay, we all know that vertical angles are congruent, so this is also 55 degrees. And then, you have to take note that this is one of the base angles. So, therefore, this is also 55 degrees. So, we have a 55 plus 55 is equal to 110. Okay? So, therefore, what is the value of our x here? So, for you to get the value of x, 180 minus 110 is equal to 70. Okay, so 70 degrees. Okay, so again, the value of our x in number 2 is 70. Okay, next, let's have the third one. We are going to find for the exterior angle, which is 50, ang vertex angle. So, ang exterior angle ang hahanapin. So, you will have here what? Okay, so let us try. So again, since we have here 50, so 180 minus 50 is 130. Divide this by 2, so you will have here 65. And then since they formed linear pair again, so 180 minus 65 is equal to, okay, 115. And that is correct. Okay, next, let's have the fourth one. Okay, so this now, this given is now referring to the side. Okay, so again, we are referring to isosceles triangle. So we have here that saying or the statement that the two legs are congruent, wherein you are going to equate these two polynomials, so monomial and binomial. So you will have your 5x is equal to 3x plus 20. So, you will have your 5x minus 3x equals 20. Then, you will have 2x. Okay, from this, 5x minus 3x is 2x equals 20. Then, divide both sides of the equation by 2. So, your x now is equal to 10. Okay? So, if you are going to check, if you are going to substitute 10 in place of x, so 5 times 10 is 60. If you are going to substitute 10 here, 3 times... 5 times 10 is 50. Ay, sorry. Again, 5 times 10 is 50. So we have here 3 times 10 is 30 plus 20 is equal to 50 also. So again, this is 50. This is 50 because they are the legs which are congruent. Okay? Next, let us have number 5. Okay? So we have here the vertex angle 100. Okay? So you will have 180 minus the vertex angle which is 100. So you will have 80 for the two base angle. So therefore, if you are going to divide this by 2, you will obtain here 40. Okay? So since this is also a vertex, the base angle rather. Okay, so this will also be 40 degrees. Okay? And if you are going to apply the previous topic that we have, CPCTC, okay, I hope you can still recall this. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. And if you are going to imagine that you can fold this, so this is congruent to this part. This angle is congruent to this angle, and this angle is also congruent to this angle. So that's why our x here is equal to 40. Okay? So any question? So let's put some trick on our topic. Okay? So suppose that you are going to find the measure of each angle, wherein you are given triangle PQR, and the measure of angle P is equal to x plus 5, and the measure of angle Q is 2x plus 10. So what is the measure of each angle? So for you to solve this, you are going to find first for the value of our x. Okay? So for you to have the clear vision of our given, so we are going to put 2x x plus 5 here for our P. And then for angle Q, we have here 2x plus 10. So we have no given for angle R, but we have to take note that this is also one of the base angles, so it will be congruent to angle Q, which is also 2x plus 10. So therefore, you are going to use these three binomials for us to find for x. So we will have here, for angle P, we have x plus 5. Angle Q is 2x plus 10. Then angle R is also 2x plus 10, which is equal to 180 degrees. Then again, you are going to combine the like terms. So we have here x plus 2x is 5x. Then combine 5 plus 10 plus 10. So you will obtain 25. Okay? So you will now have 5x plus 25 is equal to 180. And then use again addition property of equality. So you will obtain 5x equals 180 minus 25, which is equal to 155. Okay? Then you are going to divide both sides of the equation by 5. So you will have x is equal to 31. Okay? So since we have now the value of x, which is 31, so for us to find for the measure of each angle, so you are going to substitute 31 in place of x. Okay? So you will have here 31 plus 5 is 36, and that is the measure of angle P. Then we are going to substitute 31 here. So 31 times 2 is equal to, what do you think? Okay, so we have 62 plus 10 is equal to 72. Okay, that's correct. And of course, in letter R or angle R, so we have here also 2 times 31 plus 10 is equal to 72 degrees. Okay? Any question? Okay, so let's proceed with this one. How are you going to find for the measure of each angle? Okay? So I have put here some tricks, okay, wherein you are going to find for the two variables, the x and the y. Okay? So for you to solve this, for you to find for each angle, for the measure of each angle, so we have to take note of these two given. So they are the given for the two base angles. So you are going to equate this two angles. So we are going to have here 2x minus 10 is equal to x plus 30. Okay? And then you will have here 2x minus x equals 30 plus 10. So 2x minus x is x, then 30 plus 10 is 40. So we now have the value of x. Okay? So we are going to use this for us to find for the value of our y. Okay? So, you will have here 20y plus, okay, so we will have here 140 equals 180. So, where did I got 140, or where did I get 140? Okay? So, I have substituted 40 in place of x here. Okay? So, 40 plus 30 is 70. Then, 2 times 40 is 80 minus 10 is, of course, 70 also. Because, again, they are congruent. So, 70 plus 70 is 140. So, I hope you got it. And then, you will have here 20y equals 180 minus 140. Then, 20y equals 40. Divide both sides by 20. Okay, so your y now is equal to 2. Okay. So, how are we going to find for each angle? So, we are going to substitute 2 in place of y. So, we have here 2 times 20 is equal to 40. And if we are going to add, 70 plus 70 is 140 plus 40 is equal to 180. Okay, so there we have the measure of each angle. Okay, again, we have 40, 70, and 70 degrees. Okay, so how about this one? Okay, how are we going to solve this? Okay, so since we are given the sides, okay, so they are also congruent. So for you to solve this, you will have here 5x minus 4 equals 3x plus 8. And then 5x minus 3x equals 8 plus 4. Then 5x minus 3x is 2x equals 8 plus 4 is 12. Divide both sides by 2. So your x now is 6. If you are going to check if they are really congruent, so let us check. 5 times 6 is 30 minus 4 is correct. We have 26. How about this one? If we are going to substitute 6 here, 3 times 6 is 18 plus 8 is equal to 26 also. Okay, so we have proven that the two legs are congruent. Okay, so any question? Okay, so how about if you are not given the figure, you are just given the sentences or the problem. Okay, so we have here the base angle of an isosceles triangle is 1 degree less than thrice the measure of the vertex angle. What is the measure of the base angle? Okay, so how are we going to solve this? You are going to draw first a triangle. Okay, sorry. So let me erase this. Okay, so again, I will draw a clear isosceles triangle here. Okay, we are going to find for the base angle. Okay, this one. Okay, and of course this one. And from the given problem, it is said that our base angle is 1 degree less than thrice the measure of the vertex angle. So therefore, we will let our x be the measure of the vertex angle. Okay? For us to have the measure of our base angle, which is 1 degree less than twice the vertex angle. So again, the base angle is 1 degree less than twice the vertex angle. Okay? So, we are going to use these three polynomials, monomial and binomials for us to solve. So, we have here x plus 3x plus or minus 1 rather. Okay, sorry. So, I have here minus. Okay. And then, you are going to have here another base angle. So, plus 3x minus 1. Again, for the first angle, second angle, and the third angle, which is equal to 180 degrees. And then, combine the like terms, of course. So, you will have here 7x minus 2 equals 180. Then, 7x equals 182. I hope you got it. So, using addition property of equality. Then, divide both sides of the equation by 7. So, your x now is equal to 26. So, the question is, what is the measure of the base angle? So, we are not yet done. we have just the value of x, which is 26. So 26 is for the vertex angle. We are going to find for the measure of the base angle. So we are going to substitute 26 in place of x. So we will have here 26 times 3 is equal to what? Do you have any idea? Again, 26 times 3 is... Okay, so we have here 78. Okay? Minus 1 is 77. Of course, we have here also 77. And if we are going to add, we have 77 plus 77 plus 26 is equal to 180. Okay? So again, therefore, your answer here is 77 as the measure of the base angle. Okay? So any question? Okay, so that's all for this day. Thank you and God bless. But, again, you have to be ready on your quiz on Monday wherein I will just give you the problem and you will just draw your triangle on your scratch for you to find the correct answer. Okay, goodbye for now.